here I am with the webinar, and again, thank you for checking us out and accepting the invitation to the webinar. Part of this webinar is to not only tell you about admissions and the program and the curriculum. If you're interested in getting some career training, I think it's very important, and it's clearly very important for the majority of the people that are out there, that not only are you going to get the career training that you want, but what are we going to do for you as you finish and are now going out into the field. I brought with me today is Mr. Keith Alexander. Hi, Keith.
How you doing, Peter?
And Mr. Alexander is with our Career Services Department, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what it's going to take for to get you employed. And so, Keith, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your department does for the prospective student?
Okay. Well, first of all, Peter, I'm extremely excited to be a part of this process and speak to the vast number of people who are considering continuing their education. One of the major things that we know at COIN, as well as our business in general, is that the opportunities are out there. There's a big misperception that there are no jobs out there. What we do at Career Services, we peel that onion with our employers, with people in industry, to find out what their needs are. Once you're able to match that need in terms of what they need right now, currently in our environment, we're able to match the skills of our students to that need, and that makes the process go a whole much better in terms of finding that match. So there's opportunities out there, and we look forward to working with each and every student from a one-on-one capacity, from a small or large group capacity, to make sure that they're informed for one. Once we get that information to the student, now we're going to start developing their skills to match it up with what needs are out in the field. And we continuously maintain those relationships with employers to make sure that we are continued partners with those employers for future generations of COIN students.
Okay. What roadblocks do you come across with the incoming students that they could look out for themselves, kind of prepare for themselves as they're getting ready to start school?
Yeah, good question. Uncertainty. A lot of people in the workforce, whether they're being displaced or transition, are uncertain about this job market. So first thing we want to do is provide them information. Let them know that we've done our research. We've been around for 114 years, so obviously we know what we're doing to a certain extent in terms of everything involved. But we have to make sure that they understand that the information that they get is, I got kind of messed up there in my flow, what I was talking about.
Okay. You want me to start over from the question?
Start from the question, yeah.
Keith, what kind of roadblocks will an incoming student run into, and what can they prepare for? If they're taking this seriously right now, what can they do right now to help themselves? And what kind of roadblocks are they actually facing when they start the job search?
Well, good question. One of the roadblocks is just uncertainty in the marketplace. We've been in a 5 or 6 year period to where a lot of people have been uncertain in terms of finding jobs, locating jobs, and things of that nature. What we do in Career Services is we go beyond that challenge to provide information to our students, to take down those barriers of uncertainty, provide confidence to them that the decision that they're making going to school today is positioning themselves for a career down the road. Not just a job, but a career that we're talking about decades of service, not just a 2-month period of uncertainty at that point.
Okay. How important is it to the employer that the student is doing the best they can when they're here, instead of just having that concept, I've got my diploma, now I can go out and you go get me a job? What would you recommend to the prospective student, what he does while he's in school to optimize his chances of getting work?
Well, the student's time in school is a mirror reflection of the workplace. Everything we do in terms of our structure, our presentation, the variety of different aspects of teaching is a mirror image of the workplace. So we prepare the student not only through orientation, but beyond that, everything that they do in terms of turning in assignments on time, making sure that they're being respectful to their teammates and classmates is a reflection of the workplace. So by the time they're ready to hit the field, they've already been prepared to do that. So our employers look for professionalism. They look for customer service. Those are 2 key points that go untapped sometimes because we spend a lot of time learning the skill trade, but we haven't spent enough time developing our personal skills and social skills as well.
Mm-hmm. One of the things we'll talk to you about in the admissions department when you come over for a visit is it's not just technical skills that we're talking about here. Communication skills are vital to the electrical field nowadays, as well as the heat and air conditioning refrigeration field. If you're an HVAC technician and you're going out into the field or going into someone's home, doing work on someone's furnace or air conditioner or what have you, your employer is going to want to have your ability to be top-notch in terms of communicating what that person needs, what that customer needs.
Absolutely.
In order to get, to move to that next phase. Isn't that right?
Yeah, actually, a high leader of an HVAC company told me this one day. They said every time one of my technicians goes into a place of business or residence, they are the face of my company for a 2 or 3 hour period. They are the CEO at that particular time. So to bestow that type of responsibility on professionals is critical, because you're looking for two things as a business. You're looking for repeat business and referral business. And when you can get both through the representation of our students, you're pretty much guaranteeing a long, successful career, not just with that in corporation, but in the industry in general.
Okay. I'm going to close right now. And is there anything else that you'd like to finish with? Any recommendations or what have you that you might want to say?
Well, first thing I want to say is I want to congratulate each and every one who's looking at this webinar at this point. You've made a critical decision in terms of placing yourself in different career opportunities. I look forward to anyone who comes to COIN to visit through orientation, through our walkthroughs, and hopefully someday work with you personally to make sure that we're finding the right matches for you, to making sure that you're receiving the returns on the investments that you have, and move forward from there and building relationships.
That's your time.
Okay, Peter, thank you.
All right. And we'll see you real soon. Give us a call after this webinar. We want to take care of you. We want to get you in. Classes are forming right now. And go back to the administrator that's running this webinar. Take care.